Okay, this is going to be the start of the video, which actually isn't the start of the video, but Wiley was like, man, people might want to know what we're doing today. So here's the deal. This is a 690 KTM. It's pretty rare, I guess. Super rare?
They're pretty hard to come by.
All right, here we go. It used to have this wheel on the front with a little kind of a dirt bike tire tread. Wiley wanted to swap to the street bike wheels. The new wheels came with this rotor. They didn't fit. Old rotor came off, spacers, this, that, there you go. Going from this to that, but it wasn't as simple as bolting it in. Start of the video, now we'll keep going.
Easy perfect. Like something that people need to know.
Something that people need to know? Like everything.
Everything is something that people need to know, right?
I look everything up on YouTube. That's my go-to.
I love YouTube.
It's the best thing ever. You're like, I don't know how to do this. Give me about 30 seconds.
Every time I come into something that I get a little bit perturbed by or don't understand, perturbed isn't the right word, I go to YouTube and I instantly know how to fix, change, whatever, right?
So what are you doing right now? You're taking these spacers off because I said we should take those spacers off like 10 minutes ago, but we found out why.
Because it won't fit inside the wheel without.
Yeah.
It sure came off real easy though. All right.
Is it going?
Yeah, it's going.
Man, Loctite. When you're working on a motorcycle or anything that spins.
What about like brake parts and front axles? Is that important?
Well, I would say that that's probably the most important thing to put Loctite on. That's all I got. Use Loctite.
All right, I'm thinking that's probably pretty important.
All right. No, that does look way better.
That is fancy.
Wheelie time.
Oh yeah.
Wheelie time.
Not really a tall order for this thing.
All right, I need to check the trans fluid on this. Is going to be the next thing for today.
This is more important.
What's more important?
This is a camshaft out of your dirt bike, and just in case
that's a camshaft?
Yeah, right. These are the lobes, and this is some kind of gear on the end.
What does that do? What does this do?
I'm not sure. I think it makes little things go. It makes little things go up and down, so the exhaust and air and all that. But that's not important. What's important is that you know that this is a cam for your dirt bike.
All right. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you, brother. Okay, anyways, back to whatever we got going on here. I'm going to check the trans fluid down here because this car doesn't have many miles on it, so just starting to kind of break it in, check all the fluids, make sure stuff is good. So anyways, it is, yeah, I don't know if I've had this in a video before, but someday we'll do a full video on it, but that's not important. Gonna put this up on a lift, take the old Celine down that I got from Dan Schoeneck. And I think we might dyno the Boss302 today. It's actually hiding in there. So that's the plan. Can we go dyno? Can we go dyno?
We are going to go dyno. What are you doing right now? So you're holding us back from dynoing.
Yeah, sorry. I was putting the dipstick back in there. So, you know, make sure we're ready to go. The reason why we have to check that training fluid when it's running is because you got your coolers are up here and they're higher than the transmission. And when this thing shuts off, the fluid actually drains back, a little bit of fluid drains back to the transmission pan, and again, it gives us a false reading, so we always got to make sure we check it while it's running. So
that's why, okay.
Pro tip.
Pro tip.
All right, now let's go dyno.
Thank God.
You filming?
Yeah, I'm filming.
All right. Okay, we made it to the dyno at House of Boost. Thanks, Chad. Thank you for letting us use the dyno. And this is the 2012 Boss302 that actually has a couple modifications to it. So, to keep this car still valuable and not hacking it up, it actually has Cobra Jet camshafts, the Cobra Jet intake, the Cobra Jet throttle body, and intake. This is all part of a Ford racing package. Still modifying the vehicle, but you're not like completely hacking it up. Good drivability, stuff like that. So this car was only street tuned, but today we'll find out what it makes on a legit 80 some degree day today. What is it? 83. It's very humid and it's got 91 in the tank. Just how it get daily driven. So let's find out what it makes.
Okay, so are we still gonna do our same bet about what kind of
power? Bet the horsepower?
Yeah, whatever, closest to
like a cold beer. 2 cold beers?
3 cold beers.
Holy shit. Okay, 3 cold beers. All right, so These are supposed to make 444 at the crank, so I'll go with 444 to the wheels. What do you think?
I'm saying I'm going to be optimistic, especially since it's my car and I love it.
Yeah?
I love her. A White Lightning. 452.
452. All right.
Whoever's closest.
Locked in.
Okay.
3 beers. All
Three
right.
beers.
444, 452. All right. We'll see.
Come on, baby.
I didn't think that was too bad. Okay.
Sounded good.
Yeah, it did sound really good. So you lost. I lost. Chad holding the camera. You cheated, but you are the winner.
Yeah.
You are the winner. So let's pull this up. All right, Chad cheated because he didn't tell us that just the other week he had one of the Boss302 race cars in here on race gas, C16 race gas, which is like $13 a gallon. It's a really awesome fuel. You're on 91 pump, so
I paid
don't.
$2.80, I think.
Yeah, it's $2, so don't get depressed. But anyway, so Chad just dynoed a Boss302 race car, which is the blue line, and Wiley, yours is the red line.
Okay, so explain to me here what we're looking at.
Okay, so they made a little bit more peak torque down here, which that does not surprise me. A car being on race gas, it's a lot easier to put timing in it down low because they don't have the detonation threshold that yours has. But you can see, you know, nice smooth run. That's why this feels so smooth when you're driving it. And then you come up here and you actually cross at about 5,400. You start making more than the Boss302 race cars, and yours actually carries it all the way out to 8,000. So they have, evidently the Boss302 race car has a hard stop. I don't know, because I've never actually seen in the computer of it.
So this is from the tune that you did in the car for me.
Yes. Yep. So
That's
you
why
roll,
it
roll the
continues
throttle
to
out,
go.
continues on. So
very cool.
pretty awesome there. So.
And the numbers are, my car made
423 for you, 392 for the Boss302 race car on race gas.
Okay,
and
like to hear
torque
that.
is pretty much the same there. So, way to go, Chad! You win 3 beers. You cheater!
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 Love
Cheater!
it.
All right, so cool. Well, that's it. Real world results. Hot day. I'm
And
not mad about it.
The car was,
Yeah.
we drove it here. It
Yeah.
didn't sit for hours.
Yeah.
That's
So-
like every day banging on it.
Yeah.
That's
So-
the results you would get.
Yep. Well, we could always put 93 in it, and I bet any money this number will come up because this time it was actually trying to add as much timing as I was allowing it to. So it actually could have added a little bit more. So on 93, she'd be real happy.
What about adjusting the cams?
We could, but I mean, same thing down here. So we can only do so much. So this is a very smooth run for a car. You gotta think this car idles at like 600 RPM and goes to 8,000 RPM.
Right.
So
Well, I'm happy with it. I mean, it runs
on.
good. It feels good. So, and it's making more than one of the factory race cars. So
All right.
that really makes me happy.
sweet. Well, let's both get beers. How's that?
You got it.
Sweet. Hey, come here. Check this out. Before we go drink beers, I just pulled up some stuff. All right. So for you, because you'll be interested, maybe you people on the internet will be. So we got 3 cars here, all Coyote Mustangs. Got you. You're red. That's the Boss302 race car on race gas. That's a new GT350. So check this out. Both that Boss302 race car and that GT350 do the same thing right there.
What is that? What is that dip?
A dip. I mean, you can feel it. When you dyno those cars, you can feel this like power transition, so it's probably the cams moving around. So maybe, and I don't know this, there's some similarities between the camshafts and that
Looks real similar.
in the race car or that GT350. So, because yours doesn't do any dips anywhere like that, you know? So kind of interesting, but inherently the GT350, you can see where those heads really take off and those heads really flow. I mean, they're just an amazing piece of machinery right there. So I just thought that was interesting. We pulled that up. So maybe these Boss302 race cars are a little bit different than a standard Boss302 in the camshaft area, but something to find out.
Yeah, cool.
Awesome. Sweet. Fairlane. That's sweet. What time is it?
It's beer time. I lost. I'm all excited. Oh, and then we got everything here.
I'm gonna go ahead and go with the Corona. What are you gonna pick there,
Here, let
Captain?
me open it for you too, since I lost. Okay, I don't want you to hurt yourself.
Yeah,
Here's your beer.
All right, thank you. What are you gonna get? Which one?
I don't know. Like diameter. I just wish. Why can't I do this?
Do what?
Tape it.
Hey, look! After beers, we actually got the tranny done. Yay!